I know what you're thinking. Wait a minute. Didn't you just get rid of that fan the other day because the blade fell and it cracked? And it's dangerous because it was barely hanging on? Yep. But I went with the Impress. The problem is the one I saw looked very similar to the Lasco box fan, and I didn't realize that it was this piece of junk again. So what happened? Amazon deceived me, and because they didn't show this one, if they was to be truthful, well, that's why I went with it. So had they shown this, I wouldn't have gone with it. I wouldn't have gone with this garbage again. It happened because they showed a totally different one. Apparently it was an older model and it's very similar to the 3733, or just how the NASCAR box fans look. So apparently all of the cheaper box fans, there are these garbage brand names on it, is going with this piece of junk right here. So here we go again. But I can tell you one thing, I learned my lesson. I'm definitely not going to demonstrate it on the bed. But if we go to this again, I am not coming out of my pocket again for a replacement. That's not going to happen. I got too many things I got to get. There's other needs I need to get. There's bills and things I got to pay. I can't keep doing this. I wasn't intending on getting this garbage again. It just happened. It showed what appeared to be like somewhat of a Lasco box fan. More or less like the Holmes box fan. I'll put it that way. It looks like that. Didn't have the handle on the top. And that's what it looked like. And I thought, this is the one I'm going to get, because that's the only picture that they're showing. Well, little did I know, Amazon deceived me, and when I got this today, here it is. The same mess I just had is now back again. The same thing, garbage, plastic, disintegrating blades. The moment you bend it, it's going to break on you. Cheesy garbage box fan. Well, I'm not going to demonstrate it on the bed, but let's hope this thing works and the blade don't break. Here we go again with this mess. All right, well, this is it. I can't do it no more. I can't. I'm done. So let's pull it out. Let's see what we're doing with. Now, look at the back of it. The motor is definitely, if I can zoom it in correctly, this camera won't allow me to do it. The motor is different. So you can see the motor. The motor is different. It's actually got vents in the back of it. And if you look down, you can see it's got vents right there, that design. And look what else it got. It actually got a handle in the back of it instead of the design where you have the handle on the side right there, like on the side. And if you go down like on the other side. So they did redesign this a little bit different. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with screws. It's actually like that snap together format, that snap together one, the one we had, I showed you the other day I had to throw out. So basically it's that again. And because it got that snap together design, it kind of feels like the front cover want to come off, but it's not like messed up like the other one was the other day. So apparently this is how they're doing it now. The other one was totally different. It had that other weird design like all the older ones. So they don't make it no more where you have to pull the whole entire frame apart. So they passed that. Those were actually better because they had the thicker fan blade, like a really thick plastic. These come with these flimsy, brittle type fan blades. The moment it falls over, it's going to snap on you. So I'm going to try to be careful. Okay, here we go with this freak show again. I don't want to make this video long like yesterday and like the day before that, dealing with another stinking fan where now I can't put the stupid feet in because there's some kind of way you have to do it, and it didn't come with a manual. So I'm gonna stop the video here so I won't bore y'all, and I'll get y'all back in a little bit. Okay, I finally figured it out. It looks kind of odd. I mean, it looks really weird because that blade, to be honest, is a little bit too small for that 20-inch box fan. That's more like a probably a 12-inch blade, or maybe a 16-inch or something like that. Definitely not no 18 or 20-inch blade. It looks really odd. Now they're getting cheaper and they're getting richer and they're cheating you out of the blade size, but whatever. It is what it is. Piece of junk. We're out there. So there's that. There's the manual. There's the machine. I'll put it on the table and run it. Let's see what we got. Okay. Let's see what this piece of junk does. Oh my God, fans are getting worse by the minute. Just got rid of this mess, and here we go again with the same garbage thin, disintegrating blade set, but it is what it is. Getting worse by the moment. There are some design changes to it, but anyways, let's go ahead and run it and see what we got. Well, I will give it that much. It definitely is moving quite a bit of wind. Although the blades sound like it's like an airplane engine. I don't know how long this thing's gonna last, but we'll see. It looks a little bit different in design. Definitely don't look like the other ones. They changed the design up, at least for the Impress they did. I guess that company wanted it a little bit different. Very similar to the old one they had prior to that. I wish they would still have that, but it is what it is. The unfortunate thing is that the cord comes out the back of the motor housing, like in the center of the motor housing where it's at in the back, kind of like how the Homes used to do. That's really unfortunate. I don't know if you guys can hear the wind stream. If you can, good or not, my apologies to you. It's a box fan, you can't adjust it. Alright, let's see what this junk can do. Let's see the spin down time. But I'm not going to call it junk for now because it is moving quite a bit of wind. It definitely don't sound air restricted. So it sounds like it seems like Impress got it right with this mess. So I'm not going to call it that for now, but let's spin it down. And the knob don't feel that cheap. Let's see what we got for our first spin up. These thin blades. Well, I have to be honest, the one yesterday that we had in here, the one that the busted blade, had a much, much, much longer spin down time. I think that was a ball bearing motor. This one unfortunately uses a sleeve bearing motor, which will explain the reason why spin down time wasn't that long. Nevertheless, it does move air, so there's that. I'm gonna try to be careful and not, hopefully not, bust it, bust the blade or not do anything to make the blade snap because it's that thin garbage plastic. So far, so good. Guess I'll use it over here by the computer for a while and let's see what comes of it. Well, there's that. I wasn't intending on getting this all over again, but I guess these manufacturers or companies can't help you use this junk. So there's that. It wasn't that difficult to get together. Hope you enjoyed the video. That's it. More videos will come soon of different stuff. Man out. Alright, I'm using it over here by the computer. It seems to be a pretty decent fan. The interesting thing about this particular model of this fan is that Usually the fan has the back brace, like you know the two back brace that you usually see right there, in the back. Well, you don't see that. So the motor is attached to the back guard, and the wiring runs up in there that way. Through those right there, that's how the wires are running up in there. That goes up to the switch right there. So my thing is, well, how do you pull off the back cover to clean it if the motor is attached to it without harming the wires right there to the front cover? As you can see right there, you would have to take the wiring out of the little clips that holds it together to the motor in order to be able to even pull the back guard off. So now they're making it difficult for you to pull the back guard off. Only thing you can do is pull the front guard off, maybe pull the blade off, clean the blade up, clean the front guard up, and maybe take your vacuum cleaner or your blower and blow out the back guard and wipe it down. That's about the best you can do. Make it even more difficult. But anyway, so there's that. This is not high speed, this is low speed. It's moving quite a bit of wind on low speed, then medium, and then full power. But I'm running it on low speed. Using it over here by the computer center. And there you go. It's in almost perfect balance, to be honest. Nope, no resonation through the table. Nothing crazy. Just your typical vibration, but nothing that would say that it's totally out of balance. So I guess those thin blades are in balance. But I hope they're real thick plastic, but I can guarantee you that's that disintegrating plastic that if anything hit against it or if it falls or anything that's like the other one did yesterday, it's gone. It's gone. It's a wrap. Interestingly enough, the other one had a longer spin down because it has a dual ball bearing motor. It uses a ball bearing motor, whereas this one only uses sleeve bearing. That's the difference between the motor. Of course, the sleeve bearing is not going to have a long spin down, especially when you're dealing with real thin, flimsy, garbage plastic blades that'll break on you real easy and snap. But the ball bearing one has a longer spin down. It's gone now. Can't use that thing with a busted blade. That's crazy. Because you can't get no blade replacement for that. Can't just put any blade on there. It has to be that blade. Anyway, so there's that. Just wanted to share this video with you. I'm using it over here now. It's moving good air. It don't sound restricted. So I'm pretty content with it. The front cover does come off easily. It just pops out and you pop it back in. And then you can take the blade off, clean it up, put it back together. As far as I'm going. If I had to order the motor, it'd only be the front bearing on it. Just the way it is for me. I don't take motors apart and do all that crap. I'm not about to tamper with the back guard because now you got wires running in the back guard the way it's designed. Unlike the other one I had yesterday, it had the metal bars. The stupid thin blade, which is the same blade you see on this one, snapped on me yesterday. At least I was careful this time. I don't think it's thick at all. I still got the older style ones where you have to take the whole frame apart. Those have really thick blades. They was thin, but the blades were like super, super thick and hard plastic. So even if it did fall over, it wouldn't snap. It seemed like they're getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper with all these fans. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm Not the Fan Man, and out.